All right. This is kind of a spur of the moment idea that I had that I thought might be great for some video content for the channel. I'm in my prospecting mode right now and just thought maybe I can just hit record and not have anything really planned, but just so you can kind of see how I use BoldTrail for my daily prospecting activities, just so you can kind of be a fly on the wall, really, and maybe take some notes as to maybe how you can use BoldTrail in your daily activities in order to be able to get business. Obviously the main thing is you have to have conversations with people. You can't spend all of your time sending out emails and text messages or creating landing pages and other content to put out there and wait for people to contact you. You can do some of that as a daily activity, right? But that cannot be the only method of which that you're trying to get business. Nothing replaces your sphere of influence follow-up, just reaching out and checking in to say hello, and calling new people that aren't in your database and adding them to your KV Core. Today, I'm just going to focus strictly on what's already on my agenda, my task list, and the conversations that I have with people that I've had conversations with in the past, or new leads that have already come into my system that I have not yet had a conversation with, that I'm trying to decide and discover if they're in the market anytime soon or not. So let's just dive in. I'll share my screen and I'll just kind of let you guys see what I do and see where it goes. I think it'll be fun. Here we go. All right, so this is my inside my task list here. I've got several tasks that are due and calls. So it just kind of comes in. I'll show you where you can get this, right? Let me move you guys up just a little bit so I can navigate through here. So in my dashboard here, this is my main dashboard. My tasks are right here, okay? And then I will go into here, and this starts, everything that's red is past due, right? So I'm trying to get caught up to the tasks that are due today. I'm a little behind, honestly. So we'll just start here. And if you stay within this window and just navigate through here, then you don't have to be going into each contact's own page, their profile. And, unless you make contact, then you want to start making notes. And so I'll just kind of show you how I go through here. We can simply click right here into the contact. It says quarterly check-in is past due. So let's go ahead and call this lead. This is a for sale by owner that I had months and months ago that never listed. So we'll just hit call now. And I'll put it on speaker. Maybe you can hear the conversation. So let's go into my cell phone.
We are attempting to connect you with your lead. Press any number to connect.
At the tone, please record your message. When you've finished recording, you may hang up or press 1 for more options.
Hey guys, it's Jason Yeager, eXp Realty and the Great Branson Homes team. It's been a hot minute since I've gotten a chance to chat with you guys. Just was thinking about you and wanted to reach out, say hello, and just touch base with you guys, see if there's anything that you need in the real estate realm, of course. Give me a holler whenever you get this. All right, hope you're doing well. Take care. Bye-bye. I'm going to go in here and I'm going to put outcome, left voicemail. Okay, that's it. Save the call outcome. Now, before I leave, I'm going to make sure they're on a neighborhood search. They're on a quarterly follow-up campaign, which I think actually needs to be restarted. I'm going to restart my quarterly follow-up campaign. So this is just the reminder every 3 months to reach out to this contact. The very cold, long-term lead until they tell me otherwise. I keep them on this quarterly follow-up reminder to myself, and it just sends a little deal, adds it to my task when the next 3 months from now, I'll get another reminder to reach out and call them, and they're on a market report. So I just make sure that if there was any conversation that needed to be made, I just record it in my notes section and then move on. Okay. So that is pretty much it for that one. Let's go to the next one. Go back to my dashboard and my tasks. Okay. Eric Robinson. Well, this is a lead that I gave to April. So I'm actually going to touch base with her to see how that lead is going. I'm just going to use my cell to do this call.
Hey, Jason.
Hey, how are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing good, doing good. I just wanted to check in with you. That one lead that I gave you, Eric Robinson, were you ever able to make contact with that lead? How did that go?
Text me back. I asked him for his preferences to get that information, and he has not. I'm still touching base with him, sending him things.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
Okay.
The other lady that you sent me, she's a total scam.
Yeah.
She again wanted a single family house, $1.2 to $1.8 million,
Yeah.
within 40 minutes of the schools and hospitals.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. Okay. I just I had it on my to-do list here to check in on this lead, and I thought I'd just see if anything came about that one. So I'll take him off of my auto follow-up campaign. If you do make contact, or just let me know if you make contact with them, and I'll update this. Awesome.
Definitely. And I'm still, sending Teresa and Aaron properties and stuff like that. So hopefully they make a move.
Okay.
So
good deal.
all right.
Thanks.
Appreciate it.
All right. Make it a good one. See ya. Bye. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and cancel the rest of these calls because I have handed this lead off to my agent, April, and let her do the follow-up. And then I'll just have a reminder to myself in here. Check in with April. And I'll do that maybe next week. So let's do a week from today. Set the time. Go on Eric Robinson. Well, that's going to be inside of this task for him. So obviously it's for him. So anyway, we'll leave him as new lead until we make contact with the lead or they unsubscribe. That's how basically it goes. I use this star system right here to kind of gauge the hotness level of the lead, if you will. A lot of people like to, even when they're, for me, prospect means that, I've had a conversation with them and they're, still a ways out. They're beyond 90 days of transacting, right? So that would be a prospect for me. And then I know that I can put them on a prospect follow-up campaign that's very light. Meanwhile, they're still getting listings that are relevant to them, however long, often they want those listings to be sent to them. And then they're on my quarterly follow-up campaign as well. Okay. But if they're kind of within, if I've got a phone number, email, and a home address, then that's about as good as you can get, right? So they're at least 3 stars. I'll get 1 star for each point of contact that I have for the lead. And that's kind of the starting base of how serious of a lead is it, depending on how I got it, right? If it's an online lead, maybe they just submitted an email. So I just give it 1 star. I haven't had a conversation with them, so they stay at 1 star. If I've had a conversation with them and I am able to obviously have a phone conversation, I have their phone number and maybe their email. Now there are 2, right? And if I'm able to get a valuation, some kind of way to be able to talk to them about their current home, and I've got their mailing address where they're at or the property that they're looking maybe to sell, then they go to a 3. And then if I hear that they're wanting to transact fairly soon, and having all that information, they're a 4. And then if they are like hot, ready to go, and we're about to, they're about to become a client, we're having that conversation about setting a face-to-face appointment, then that's a 5, and I'm checking them as a client. That way I can easily go into my contact list and I can filter out all of my hot leads simply by the star system if I wanted to, or simply by going, because maybe they're not quite assigned client yet, but they're on the 4+ star category. That's an easy way for me to go and also track down anybody that I need to be having more often conversations with about getting that appointment. That's the whole thing about this. All this prospecting is I'm looking for somebody that I can get an appointment with. Okay. I'll go back to my dashboard and then we'll go back to my task and we'll just keep rocking and rolling. So John actually just contacted me a few days ago and said he's going to be putting his search on hold. So we're going to put him back to Sphere. And I've got him on my, I took him off of the board. I've also got in my office, I've got a board for people who are up to bat so that I can also see it from another angle of anybody that is coming soon. That would also be, like I said, in my contact list if I filtered it out by anybody who's a 4-star and or a client certainly, or an active lead for sure. If they're getting to 4+ stars, they're an active lead, and I've moved them over to this status. And that triggers pulls them off of like a more prospect type of follow-up. And then I can decide how often I'll be a manual task reminder to me to be reaching out to this active lead once a week, by phone, text, or email, to just kind of see where they're at in their process as they're coming down the bottom of that funnel. So yeah, we'll take off all of his past dues. And see, this is other stuff that's probably going to start lowering my task for the day to help me get caught up faster. So I've got him on a vacation rental monthly newsletter and my default homeowner Sphere campaign, which also includes a quarterly reminder to myself to check in with them. So we're good to go on there, and I think we can move on. This is a for sale by owner that I met with last month. See if I pin their. I thought I had. Where their Zillow link went. I usually have their Zillow link for their for sale by owner listing in here, but we'll just call them. It's okay. Click call right there. And so then I can just hit call now and we'll see how it goes.
This is KB Core. We are attempting to connect you with your lead. Press any number to connect. One moment while we connect your call.
I don't know if you guys can hear this. Sounds kind of light to me. We'll see.
Hi, this is Andrea. If you're calling about the Zillow listing, please leave your name and number, and we'll get back to you as soon as we can. Thanks. Bye.
At the tone, please record your message. When you've finished recording, you may hang up or press 1 for more.
Andrea, hey, it's Jason Yeager at eXp Realty and the Great Branson Homes team. I met with you guys a couple of weeks ago at your property there. I just wanted to check in with you guys and see how things were going, if you've ended up accepting an offer on the property, or if it might still be available by chance. Just give me a holler whenever you get this. Hope you guys are doing well. All right, take care. Bye-bye. Okay, so I'm going to put that left voicemail and save the call outcome. And then it shows up right there on my activity. You know, we did an outbound call and the results of that call was left a voicemail. So I can see, you know, it's removed that task up here and I can see that that was completed when I go through my history, right? So we'll call that lead next week and check and see how things are going with them. Try to get that appointment. All right, this was one in Greenfield, David Hoblet. Yeah. Try to remember this house. Yes. I go on about 3 or 4 FSBO appointments a week. Some of these start to kind of run together. All right. So let's call the lead.
KB Core, we are attempting to connect you with your lead. Press 1 moment while we connect your call.
Telephone number 40000. Record your message. When you've finished recording, simply hang up or press pound for further options.
Hey, David, this is Jason Yeager at eXp Realty and the Great Branson Homes team. I met you and your wife a couple of weeks ago out there at your property in Greenfield. I just wanted to follow up with you guys and see if the property, if you ended up accepting an offer and or if it might still be available by chance. Just give me a holler whenever you get this. Hope you guys are doing well, and I'll talk soon. Take care. Bye-bye. Left voicemail. Save the call outcome. Mark that as done. This is a for sale by owner follow-up long-term campaign that I have for me. And do I have a market update set? No. So let's go ahead and set that up. Part of that campaign is just a reminder to get these tasks done as I'm doing my follow-up. So the city, and then I do this every 28 days, basically once a month, a market report for their area. So I add that. And then I'll go ahead and email them as soon as possible. And I just title this search neighborhood search alerts, just so they can stay updated with properties in and around their area that might be in competition with them, right? So put Greenfield, pretty small town. Just put that in there. And I'll put subject line when they get the email for listings, new listings in their area. This will be the subject line that they get. So it's like new listings in your area. Okay. And I want that to go out as soon as possible. And we'll just do single family homes because that'll be the most relevant property type that we want to see. And we'll do 200 to 400,000. That's, keep it simple. That's it. We'll set that alert for them. So that's at least going out, keeping value added to them, and we'll keep following up. Okay. Moving on. Okay. Looking to see Facebook new build. Okay, this was a Facebook lead that I ran. Came in from the new construction, a list of new construction properties that I posted on Facebook, and they opted in. So all I have is an email, so I can't call them. So for the purposes of today, we'll just make sure that yes, they are getting a list of homes there, and they're on the prospect campaign. So it's doing some follow up there in the background. I don't have a way to call them, but the prospecting campaign is doing its work in the background for me by email. And I'm sending them listings. So all of those tasks are completed, and I'm going to make sure I star this 1 star for just the having the email. Okay. Okay, we'll keep going. Just trying to get these tasks knocked off my to-do list. If you're like me, sometimes I look at like my unopened emails and I start like my eye starts twitching. All right, this is Sharon Warner. We have, this was I think from one of my leads that I had from one of my listings. No, this was a property boost. Sharon was generated by a property boost. So this was a lead that I got running a property boost ad for one of my listings out in Autumn Corners. And it looks like our prospects. So we've got some listings being sent, emails being sent, nothing's being opened. Let me just quickly go back to the top here and I'll show you an easy way to be able to kind of remind yourself like where are you at with this lead? You can look at this is all activity that I've got it set on. Well, let's look at anything inbound, all inbound, anything, nothing. Any notes? Let's look at just the notes. That'll help me tremendously. So I've sent an area market report for a while here, and behavioral alert text could not be delivered because this is a landline. Okay. So texting this lead would not be productive. Okay, doesn't look like any contact has been made. And this got moved over to prospect though. So it's got it doesn't even have the prospect campaign going on. Okay, so let's just add the prospect campaign to it. So I go to core prospect buyer, and I'll just add that on there. And let's call her real quick and just see how this goes.
Core. We are attempting to connect you with your lead. Press any number to connect. One moment while we connect your call.
All right.
All right, bad phone number. So we'll go over here and just mark it bad phone number, save the call outcome, and I can just go ahead and remove this number from the record there. And we'll go ahead and mark this back to just 1 star. Okay. And yeah, that's it. So now really what I would need to do is try to get a phone number, can't really engage with the lead effectively without having a phone number. So we've got listings going out that she's not opening. We've got the prospect campaign that will be emailing once a month to the lead, and then I'm going to go ahead and send a manual email today that just says, let's use the smart assistant to help us here. Custom prompts. Okay, so you can actually use this to be able to tell it what you want it to craft for you. It's kind of like your own AI smart assistant to craft an email message for you. I'll hit this right here and say, I've got a new lead that I don't have a phone number for. Can you help me create an email to try to engage them and see if I can get a good phone number to reach them? Craft message. Let's see what it comes up with. Let's connect and find your dream home. Hi, first name, and it'll just go ahead and auto-populate Sharon in there. I hope this message finds you well. Wanted to reach out as I noticed you've shown interest in real estate, and I would love to assist you on your journey to finding the perfect home. If you have any specific properties in mind, or if there are particular features you are looking for, please let me know. I believe having a quick chat over the phone could help me understand your needs better and provide you with tailored options. Feel free to reply to this email or let me know a convenient time for me to call you. Also, if you have a preferred phone number, I can reach out directly. Looking forward to connecting with you soon. Best regards. And then all of this stuff is auto filled in there. So I can just leave all of this out because I'm going to include my email signature here. Toggling that on will automatically put all of my stuff at the bottom of that. So read through this one more time just to make sure that maybe I might want to tweak this a little bit to make it sound more like me. Hope this message, hope you're doing well. That's what I would probably say. Hope you're doing well. Wanted to reach out as I noticed that, as I saw you've shown interest, as I noticed you've shown interest in real estate on my website. Love to assist you. I wouldn't say assist. I would love to help you on your journey to finding the perfect home. If you have any specific properties in mind, or if there are particular features you're looking for, please let me know. I believe having a quick chat over the phone could help me understand your needs better and provide you with tailored options. Feel free to reply to this email or let me know a convenient time for me to call you. Also, if you have a preferred phone number, I can reach out directly. Okay, that's good. So we'll just send that and see what happens. Pretty cool. I like that AI assistant there to just quickly start giving you some nuts and bolts to start with. And then, like I said, go in, tweak it a little bit, make it sound more like you, save you a ton of time. All right, let's keep going. Row Roffer already purchased. Yeah. But he's been opening a lot of my emails. Just want to check in with him and see how it's going. Task reminder to agent, set up a market report and send to client. Do you have a market report yet? No, he does not. Well, let's go ahead and add a market report. Add Branson. City of Branson every 28 days. Add that. We can get rid of the quarterly follow-up because that's included in my homeowner sphere. I have a quarterly follow-up reminder that's embedded in these direct emails to the client. So every 3 months, I just get a little task reminder to myself to call the lead. And they're also on my vacation rental monthly newsletter. So they'll get, tips on, this is a specific short-term rental investor lead. I have a specific kind of very soft monthly newsletter that is relevant to them. So call if no contact in a while. Let's go ahead and do that and just check in with Joe.
FSBOs. We are attempting to connect you with your lead. Press any number to connect. One moment while we connect your call.
Your call has been forwarded to voicemail. The person you're trying to reach is not available. At the tone, please record your message. When you have finished recording, you may hang up.
Hey Joe, it's Jason Yeager here in Branson, Missouri with eXp Realty. Hey, I don't know if you remember a while back, we kind of chatted briefly about short-term rental investments here. Just wanted to touch base with you and see if maybe you had any, interest still in investing out here. I've been sending you obviously just some soft emails with properties and just our monthly newsletter just to keep you updated on, short-term rental here in Branson. But I thought it'd be worth just a quick phone call to touch base with you, man, and see how you're doing. See if I could be of any help with you this year or next. Holler at me whenever you get this, man. Hope you're doing well. Take care. Bye. All right. Left that voicemail. I'm going to save that call outcome. He's still like sphere right now. So if he indicates that he is willing to transact in the next 6+ months, we're going to move him to prospect. And if he's shorter than, I'd say, 3 months, then I'd actually move him to active lead, right? But a lot of my clients are out of state, out of town, people that I can't meet with in person on the, just go get coffee or go get to lunch. So a lot of my stuff is trying to get a Zoom meeting with some of these folks if it's, convenient or relevant, necessary, just to be able to get again, a face-to-face. I count a Zoom as a face-to-face any day of the week. Building that rapport, building trust. All right, so let's actually I'm gonna turn his Branson vacation rental listings on there. Spam calls. Probably a dang realtor. All right. Let's go on to the next one. This is Karen Smith. And this is another for sale by owner. Westwood. Pretty sure she sold hers. Yeah, it's off the market. Let me see. Just gonna call her and see.
AV Core, we are attempting to connect you with your lead. Press any number to connect. One moment while we connect your call.
Karen, hey, it's Jason Yeager with the Great Branson Homes team and eXp Realty. Hey, I thought it would be good to touch base with you. I hadn't talked to you in a little bit. I know you'd listed the house a while back, and I was just curious, if you had gotten that sold or if it's still active. I didn't check the MLS yet, but just had you on my mind and wanted to reach out and follow up with you to see if you were able to get moved on. Anyway, give me a holler whenever you get this. I hope you're doing well. All right. Talk to you soon. Bye. Okay. We're gonna leave that left a voicemail and mark that as done. We don't need to have search alerts because she's moving out of the area. I don't know where she moved to yet. We'll see if I do. Then sometimes, even when they moved out, you can still maybe set up a search alert for their own new area and, keep them updated on how the market's going in whatever area they're in. So for right now, we'll just keep it as a quarterly follow-up reminder, and that'll be good. She's marked as sphere. So yeah, we're good on that one. All right, Corey Bethman has quarterly check-in call. This is another FSBO. Yeah. That I met with a while back. This is back in April. Open to the backup plan at some point. Several have been made before I left. Yeah. Weatherwood. Oh, yes. That was that $750,000 house in Rivercut. Yeah, and they did sell that. So they're pretty much done deal. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So we will actually take these people off. Remove that. And just leave it as sphere. I don't want to completely remove them from my database, but they won't be getting any other follow-up from me. Maybe I'll just leave the report. But I don't really know where they went. I don't know where they moved to. But yeah, maybe just a homeowner campaign that I could put them on. And then I'll just send, pretty generic tips for homeowners in their email. That's it. Not really figured out the best way to treat people who you followed up with. They didn't end up using you, but you still got their information and you're not really sure, where they moved to. I'm going to throw around some ideas on how to best follow up with those kind of leads. Because you don't want to just completely erase them off of your database, because there might be an opportunity in the future, if you can try to stay top of mind with them, that they would select you as their agent in the future or refer somebody that they know to you. So don't ever judge away an opportunity. All right, here's another one that listed with another FSBO that had listed and sold a while back. Pretty sure she's closed already. Yeah. Same thing. There, she's no longer at that address. I didn't do that with the other one either. So it's probably good to just go ahead and remove the old address that's in the system. And I have already listed and turned off their search alert, but I'll maintain the quarterly follow-up deal. And let's just see if she ended up staying around the area. Let's call her. We had some good rapport built at the initial appointment.
Core. We are attempting to connect you with your lead. Press any number to connect. One moment while we connect your call.
Hello.
Heather.
Yeah.
Hey, it's Jason Yeager. How are you?
Hi, good. How are you?
I'm good. Did I catch you at an okay time?
Absolutely.
Well, I wanted to reach out to you. I know that you guys had your home on the market. It closed, right?
You did.
Okay. Well, I'm a day late, dollar short then. I've got a couple from New Hampshire that is looking for a property kind of in that Horizon Hills. They're just looking for a family-friendly neighborhood. But I think their price point is honestly, they've been looking at Stonebridge, and I was like, well, they're nice homes, but it's not going to be like family, like all the nightly rental families are there, but nobody that lives, you're gonna be able to, your kids aren't going to grow up, with somebody down the street to go ride it's not that kind of neighborhood, it's mostly unofficially a 55 and up demographic that lives out there. And so now that I think they've kind of pivoted, and I was like, maybe Emery Creek or Horizon Hills or they really are attracted to amenities. And I was like, there's just not a lot of neighborhoods with playgrounds and pools and stuff for families, because we just don't have a lot of that around here. You might have to go up to like Nixa, Ozark Republic or something to find something that's like that. But I just was thinking about you and I was like, I wonder if that's sold or not. I hadn't even checked the MLS yet, but thought I'd just touch base with you.
Thank you. It did. Out here.
Yeah. I've got them on a search for Emery Creek. And I love Emery Creek. I wish they don't have a community pool though, do they?
No, they don't.
Yeah. Well, that's so weird that they, I mean, for all the people that live out there,
I know.
but there would be no, there's plenty of space, I feel like, and even in like the, the common area up front or
Mhm.
something that you could maybe put something in. But anyway, yeah, I'm gonna try to see if I can get them in Emery Creek interested out there. I love that area too, but just wanted to see if by chance that property was still available at all or not. But so
It is not.
yeah, well, I'm glad that you guys stuck around the area, and congratulations on the home sale. I hope that all went smoothly for you guys.
Thank you. It did. It
Good.
was good.
Okay, well, holler at me if I could ever do anything for you in the future. If you think of anybody that, obviously needs any real estate service, I'd be glad to service them too. So,
Hey, thank you for reaching out.
yeah, of course. Have a great one.
You too.
All right. See you, Heather. All right. Well, there you go. Had a good conversation, but no opportunity there. Talk to contact, moved to Emery Creek. So now what I can do is go ahead and just add Emery Creek market report. And that's probably the best I can do for her right now. Emery Creek Ranch, Emery Creek Development, Emery Creek Ranch neighborhood every 28 days. And I'll just drop that in an email to her once a month and keep her on the quarterly follow-up. Okay. There we go. And that's it. So we'll move her down to 2 stars. We don't have a mailing address for her, but maybe I can just keep her, edit this. Instead of daily, we'll just do monthly. And we'll just move this to dynamic subject line, Emery Creek. And it'll just probably make a subject line whenever they have a list of homes that are in, it'll just kind of give you a general description of what kind of homes are in the email in that subject line. That's how that dynamic subject line works. So yeah, the little star, dynamic subject lines are subject lines that are generated based off of the top search results. So instead of Branson, I'm going to specifically make this for the neighborhood, Emery Creek Ranch. And maybe you could even add in development in case somebody lists them underneath there too. Single family homes, we won't put any like price restriction, just see all homes that are listed in the area, no bedroom restrictions, and just keep that pretty, make sure all the other filters are off. Just homes in the neighborhood. Just keep her updated once a month on everything that's listed in her neighborhood. That's what we'll do. We'll save and view that. There's actually 6 houses for sale. Okay, there we go. Keep on trucking. Got another for sale by owner in Ridgedale. This is still for sale. They listed with this other agent for like 30 days and then didn't sell. And then they switched agents and it's still for sale. So I can't reach out because they're currently listed, but we'll just check in maybe next month. Let's do that. We'll make a task, check in on listing. So we'll look and see if it's till the time comes where it is canceled, expired, or pending, sold. And we'll just look at September, 9th. See how things are going. put a time at which you want to remind me of when to do that. I always put my follow-up tasks between 8 and 12. You know, that is my time to be able to do all of my prospecting in the morning. So I schedule it always there. And we'll just keep on going. So that task that I just added will show up on that day's, on September 9th, when I log in to do my prospecting that day. That will be added to my list along with any other things that are past due that were from before too, like what we're doing today. Trying to get caught up here. So John Smith, I am guessing that this is probably a bogus lead. Yeah. Well, they're opening emails. Let's see. Looking here how they came in. Organic website. I get a lot from Google. I get a lot of WhatsApp leads, people that want me to contact them through WhatsApp that come in organically through my website. So yeah, there's okay, this one actually, Branson STR report. So this one I ran an ad on Facebook that has a landing page to get a Branson short-term rental report, right? And they could opt in to see the report. So when they click on the link, it takes them to a landing page where they are able to register to get the report. And then it basically redirects them automatically to the report. One of the things that I learned about that is that, when you do a redirect, then they could potentially put in mickey@mickeymouse.com, and then they'll get redirected as soon as they put any email address in. But if you put in the messaging on the landing page that I'm going to, please submit your email and I will email you the report, instead of just being redirected to the report automatically right then and there, you're going to have to wait for the system. I don't have to manually do it, but I can create the campaign to send it to them as soon as they opt in automatically. But the only way that they're going to be able to get what they want is by putting a legit email in. So just a quick tip there as to how to do that the right way. I wasn't really thinking through that all the way when I did that. So a couple of these leads were legit emails, but some of these, were not. So, and it just automatically tags when they opt in, they get a tag in my system that says Branson STR report, so that I can remember and know what type of lead this is, right? So they would probably be interested in Branson short-term rentals. So what I'm going to do is make a deal here for daily and just leave it with a dynamic subject line, and we'll do Stone County. Where's Stone County? There we go. And Taney County. And I don't care about listing type, just really short-term rental. So we'll add the keyword. Is it vacation rental that they use in MLS? I think so. Did I do that before? VA. Sometimes you have to let it suggest the keyword that you're looking for, the field that you're looking for. I know it's vacation rental. Did they change it to short-term rental? Huh, weird. I don't know. Okay, well, maybe we can't do this right now. I'll have to come back to it until I figure out what happened to the vacation rental field. All right, so we'll move on. That's not going to be saved there. They're still under the default buyer campaign here. You can see the emails are going out. Get every advantage you can. Wondering what the first step to a new home is, but they're not opening them. Oh, they opened this one. What does your dream neighborhood look like? What's on your wish list? They opened that one. Do you own a home locally? Yeah. So they opened a few of these a couple of weeks ago. So still a new lead because I have not had a conversation or gotten any response back from this lead. I don't even know. I doubt John Smith is their real name. So it's going to be addressing them when you look at these emails. Hey, John Smith. Yeah. So they're probably like, you don't even know who I am. It's probably like, I don't even know what their name is, but that's the only thing when they put a stupid name in, then it's going to continue addressing them by their stupid name until they tell me what their real name is. All right. So we'll just keep letting that do its thing then. Keep going on. Adrian Green. It is 12:04, you guys. Actually, we're going to have to put a pause. It's lunchtime for me. Anyway, I hope this was helpful for you guys. It would be awesome if I actually got an appointment during my efforts, but we made, I don't know, 10, 15 calls. That's really within the last hour, maybe a little less than an hour, 45 minutes. I don't know. But just wanted to, if that was helpful for you guys to kind of see the daily operation of how I use BoldTrail to be able to follow up and keep organized in my database every day. If you have questions, needs, want some help organizing your database or best steps, I'd be happy to give you a Google Doc that you can use to kind of help get you organized and set up. So just reach out to me. My contact information is down in the description below. And again, this channel is dedicated to help agents with BoldTrail, formerly KV Core, and how to optimize it to the best of its ability to be able to get more business and to be increase your revenue with your follow-up. Your follow-up is key. So check in. If you're not already subscribed to the YouTube channel, please be sure to hit the subscribe button and give us a like if you are wanting to get more info. You call, text me anytime. I'd love to help you out. All right. I'm Jason, and I'll see you guys in the next video. All right. Take care.